Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB, and today is the 30th of June 2022, the last working day for the first half of 2022. Hopefully, the second half is much better. There is some conspiracy that in the last quarter of this year, there are elections taking place in US, and during that time, the general market, not just cryptocurrency, will be doing much better. This would mean that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market may also be doing a lot better. If you know the Democratic Party in US, they definitely are notorious for playing around these things. So these conspiracy might hold some truth to it, but I'm hoping that's not the case. I particularly also don't like this because Bitcoin should be apolitical. In reality, that is not the case. So when Satoshi Nakamoto designed Bitcoin, the whole idea was that it should be a movement towards separation of money and the state, and Bitcoin should be apolitical. In theory, it is written that way, but in reality, it is not that way. Today's news, though, is all about Ethereum. There is a massive update taking place on the Ethereum blockchain, and the exact block number when the update takes place is 15,050,000 block. Tim Biko, who's the lead developer, has tweeted that approximately at around 3 a.m. CST is when the update would actually happen. And again, this is an approximation time. No one knows what the exact time is or what time the block will be produced. So in today's episode, we will be discussing that. And I also have 5 big questions. All these 5 questions are regarding Ethereum. Some of them are good and some of them are not good. Personally, I'm not a fan of Ethereum or any blockchain protocol for that matter, because I think the more you learn about Bitcoin, you understand what Bitcoin is and you understand what Bitcoin is not, and you would understand why we do not need blockchain protocols. And to be honest, the whole notion of blockchain technology has very limited use case. Beyond transferring money, I don't see where blockchain technology can be used, and transfer of money can be done best using Bitcoin technology. After a lot of research, I do not see much use case of Ethereum or any other blockchain protocols. The fact is, centralized systems currently do a much better job in terms of, let's say, time, cost, and quality of the services that will eventually go on blockchain technology. In today's episode, I would also discuss a question, which is the 5th question that I'm going to ask is, what if, guys, let's say Facebook, Twitter, Google, and YouTube since 2010 decided to completely ban Bitcoin and no talks about Bitcoin were available in social media, and instead if they were promoting Ethereum, do you think Ethereum would have been the most dominant currency in the world and people would be talking about Ethereum and not much about Bitcoin? That is in fact the 5th question for today. So we'll be exploring that. And finally, we also look at 3 Arrows Capital. There is some update, and the update revolves around liquidation of 3 Arrow Capital. So we'll be exploring that news also. Finally, multi-billionaire Michael Saylor has purchased more Bitcoin. I will discuss this, why it is not a good move. As long as you understand why Bitcoin was created in the first place, I think you will agree with me. Regarding UAE, I have 2 news, and to be honest, I have mixed reaction for both. Both don't follow the basics of why Bitcoin was created in the first place. So the first news is about Trust Smart Solutions and PayScripts. They join hands to enable crypto payment acceptance on point of sale in Middle East. Essentially, one company is from Australia and one is from Jordan, and they're offering solutions in Middle East. The second one is Dubai Blockchain Center. They plan to support metaverse and Web3 initiatives in the UAE. So I'll be talking about that in detail. So welcome everyone, it's 8 here in Dubai. You're listening to Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse as well. How the series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, and occasionally short and sweet news as well. News that has an impact on the crypto world. The other 2 news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. This is followed by Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Gulf Standard Time from the cryptocurrency world. And every Friday, that is tomorrow, at 8 a.m. Gulf Standard Time, we have an episode called Metaverse Everything, where we solely focus on Metaverse. So please check out those episodes as well. The format for Metaverse Everything podcast is completely different. And I also publish a weekly report via my LinkedIn profile. My LinkedIn profile is in the show notes below. Or you can also go to Medium page and search for Blockchain DXB. So let's get started with today's episode. Today is the 30th of June and the first half of 2022 is over. And let's be honest, this hasn't been the best year for Bitcoin, blockchain protocols, and cryptocurrencies, and definitely has been terrible for stablecoins and algorithmic stablecoins. The global crypto market is down to $904 billion. So pretty much it hasn't changed in the last 24 hours. As a matter of fact, since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.49%. The total crypto market volume over the last 24 hours is $61.90 billion. Crypto market volume in the last 24 hours has increased, which only means that there is a lot of selling going on. The volume since the last 24 hours has increased by 9.05%. The total volume in DeFi is currently at $7.8 billion, and DeFi accounts for 11.44% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Look at next matrix, guys. The volume of stablecoins is at $56.70 billion, and stablecoin accounts for 91.60% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now this is absolutely terrible. The volume of stablecoins is 91.60% of the entire crypto market 24-hour volume. And this is one of the reasons why Gary Gensler, who is the head of our Security Exchange Commission, wants to regulate stablecoins. And I totally agree with him, because a lot of the stablecoins, they act as a bank. And in yesterday's episode, we talked about Tether. If Tether USDT could be a black swan event, if that happens, trust me, the entire cryptocurrency market was completely berserk. And most of the cryptocurrencies that are dependent on Tether USDT, they go belly up. That would have a massive impact on Bitcoin as well. I'm hoping and praying that that definitely does not happen. The king of all kings, Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is $20,279. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.45%. Since the last 7 days, though, it is marginally up by 1.39%. Ethereum, the first world computer, which is having a massive update today, is currently at $1,113. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 4.47%. And over a period of 7 days, it is up by 5.38%. And if you've listened to my podcast on the 26th or 27th, I did actually say that when the price of Ethereum shot up to $1,300, I did say that on the 29th, when the update takes place, the price of Ethereum could either go up or it could go down. So it has definitely gone down. Binance Coin, the price is $221, and since the last 24 hours, it is down to 4.79%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 2.86%. The entire market volume does not look good at all. Even if you look at the trading volume of Bitcoin, it is only $23.2 billion. Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $14.9 billion. Tether USDT's trading volume is $43.9 billion. If you look at the matrix and if you have been looking at it over a period of time, the only surprising thing is the volume of USDC. This is for the very first time I've seen that the volume of USDC has gone up, and it is roughly around $5 billion. So most likely in the near future, you will be seeing a lot of volume on USDC. So today, the 30th of June, there is a massive update taking place on Ethereum. It was ideally supposed to happen on the 29th, but the block production takes a little bit of time, so it looks like it's going to push to 30th of June. So the Ethereum Glacier update takes place on block height number 15,050,000. So Tim Biko, who's the lead developer of Ethereum, mentioned via Twitter that the block height may reach around 3 a.m. Pacific time. Sorry, I meant CS time earlier. So it is 3 a.m. Pacific time on June 30th. So you can definitely go ahead and read through his tweet. Now what you can do is you can track the block production via Etherscan. So go to etherscan.io, and towards the extreme left at the bottom of the page you will see block height, and that will give you an accurate assessment of how many blocks are being produced. And in case if you guys do want to find out what the whole Gray Glacier block means, go to Ethereum Foundation blog. The blog is written by Tim Biko, and he actually goes and explains what the entire Gray Glacier block is. The whole idea is that the difficulty bomb will be pushed back to 100 days. Bankless has a brilliant podcast with Tim Biko, and this podcast was released on the 9th of June, where they discuss the updates on the merge, what steps are needed, how it looks, and what are the obstacles that Ethereum needs to overcome. So you can also watch it on YouTube. But in case if you guys are listening to that podcast, I would very strongly recommend you guys to go ahead and listen Bankless podcast with Vitalik Buterin, and this is called as the Endgame. Now in that podcast, I believe it's almost 2 hours long, they discuss the 5 stages of Ethereum's transition from Ethereum to Ethereum Consensus layer, or formerly called as Ethereum 2.0. In this podcast called Endgame, they discuss the 5 stages, that is the merge, the surge, the verge, the purge, and the splurge. Now, I won't explain that in detail because it might take me quite a lot of time, but I do have an event coming up on the 8th of July, and that event is at 2 p.m. Gulf Standard Time, where I'll definitely dig into and tell you what the merge is, what the surge is, what the verge is, what the purge is, what the splurge is, and we'll also look at a couple of things that happened before that, that is the London fork upgrade, because of which the supply of Ethereum is cleverly managed. So we'll be discussing all that. In case if you want to attend that session, it's completely free. Go to eventbrite.com, search for Blockchain DXB. The event takes place on the 8th of July at 2 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. It is an Ethereum Beginners Guide. CoinSeeker Financial Group has also published an article on the Gray Glacier upgrade. What they have said is that exchanges will temporarily suspend Ethereum and some ERC20 services, that is including deposits and withdrawals. So what I would recommend you guys to do is, in case if you are into trading, look at what your exchange is saying. I'm pretty much sure they might have put out some notification, or look at your wallets as well. You might be getting some indication. While I was researching this, I also found an article via Medium, and this article is written by a guy called Mark Arjun. Now really I'm not sure who he is, but the article is excellent. I'm not sure what he's written is facts, but it's definitely great. Now what he writes is that the merge will not scale Ethereum. Ethereum's transition to proof of stake will also not scale Ethereum. So that is definitely a good point. But what he does say is that it will definitely help reduce energy usage. It will help in reducing the cost of security. So excellent point mentions in that article. It's just over 2 pages long, and he talked about how the proof of stake will introduce the concept of finality, which means that once a transaction is finalized, it can never be changed or reversed. And this is something, if you guys want to get some technical information, when there was a fork between Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Cash, that is something which was discussed by Bitcoin Cores, and they decided to have something called as finality, and the entire cryptocurrency or Bitcoin community was a bit upset about that. Anyways, I digressed. And the article by Mark Arjun also talks about how the proof of stake increases decentralization and how it sets the foundation for scaling, that is sharding. Now sharding is something which might most rapidly happen in Ethereum in 2023. As Ethereum gets closer to its next phase, that is Ethereum Consensus layer, which was formerly called as Ethereum 2.0, I have 5 questions for you guys, and I really want you guys to think over it. The first one is, will Ethereum flip Bitcoin? Now, in terms of market cap, Ethereum will definitely flip Bitcoin. In terms of price, I don't think so that Ethereum would ever flip Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king of all cryptocurrencies. The second one is Ethereum Ultrasound money? So ever since the London hard fork took place, the supply of Ethereum is cleverly managed, and that's why we talked about if Bitcoin is sound money. Is Ethereum sound money? So the next question is is Ethereum Ultrasound money? The third question is Ethereum also a store of value or is it a medium of exchange? Quite a lot of events in Dubai, the AIBC summit. In order to attend that event, you have to make the payment via Ether. There was also Crypto Expo, which happened last year. They did not accept Bitcoin. They did not accept fiat currencies as well, but they accepted ETH as a form of payment. So, is ETH also moving as a medium of exchange? And some multi-billionaires have also acquired Ethereum and they're keeping it as a store of value. And the fourth question is, this is something which I asked at the beginning of the episode. I want you guys to really think about it. Let's say, for instance, if Facebook, or known as Meta now, Twitter, Google, and YouTube, back in 2010, decided to completely ban Bitcoin and decided to ban every video regarding Bitcoin. Instead, had they chosen to promote Ethereum, do you think Ethereum would have been the most dominant currency? Forget about the technology of Bitcoin, because if they would have blocked, we as individuals would not be aware of what the technology of Bitcoin uses it. So just have a think about it. I'm not saying that anything is right or wrong. The fifth question, this is a very basic question, but it's such a powerful question. Ethereum has smart contracts. Are these smart contracts legal? Simple question, are smart contracts legal? So if you guys do have any suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com, or in this podcast, just comment in the show notes below. What we at Blockchain DXB envision is a future like this, that Bitcoin and maybe NFTs may be a store of value. Ethereum and its competitors like Solana, EOS, Algorand, and other blockchain protocols may be store of value and medium of exchange. Central bank digital currencies and stable coins will be medium of exchange. That is what we envision. Moving on to news that is nothing to do about Ethereum but about 3 Arrows Capital, and this is not a good news, guys. Sky News has reported a British Virgin Islands court order liquidates multi-billion-dollar crypto hedge fund 3 Arrow Capital Limited's funds. So the article states that the funds have been liquidated. I'm really not sure what is really happening, because if you read through the article, it does say that that is what they might have happened and they've got insider sources. It does not give more information about that. So go to Sky News and just type in 3 Arrows Capital. You'll get through the article. The author of the article is Mark Kleeman. He's the journalist who wrote about this. Now, he did try to connect with 3 Arrow Capital on the liquidation and information about that, but the company did not respond. Now, usually when the company does not respond in cases of liquidations or in massive cases like this, it means that this rumor is actually fact. The next news, and this is something which I personally don't like at all, is multi-billionaire Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, has acquired an additional 480 bitcoins. So they have published it via the official blog website, and you can find that via my LinkedIn profile. So Microsoft now has spent over $3.98 billion on Bitcoin and currently own 129,699 digital coins, and this is according to statement of Michael Saylor. This is extremely scary. Guys, Bitcoin is not for an average person anymore. Billionaires, multimillionaires, and early adopters are the ones who are benefited by Bitcoin. What was the purpose of creating Bitcoin? Bitcoin was created as a movement towards separation of money and the state, but looks like the role of the state has been replaced by social media and by multi-millionaires, and early adopters, and it is just resembles something towards a Ponzi scheme, and I absolutely sorry to say it, but if you look at Bitcoin, early adopters have benefited by it, billionaires are benefiting by it, multimillionaires and celebrities are benefiting by it, and Michael Saylor's tweets are absolutely horrendous, and he often publishes a lot of fake news via his tweets as well, and I often reply to him that his tweets are absolutely incorrect. One of the tweets that he mentioned was that Bitcoin has never had a downtime in its history. Not true. Bitcoin did have a downtime, and that was for well over 7 hours. He also talked about how every Bitcoin is fungible. Absolutely not true. Bitcoin is not fungible. Newly mined Bitcoins are sold at a higher price. Bitcoins, let's say, which have been used by criminals, I'm sure they have been sold for a lesser amount. And there are a lot of billionaires who only acquire Bitcoin that uses green energy consumption. So all of the information provided by Michael Saylor is definitely not true. So my big question is, when it comes to money and Bitcoin, who do we trust? Politicians or billionaires, multimillionaires, and early adopters? The answer to that should be none of them, because Bitcoin should be apolitical because of the hefty price tag. Do people in Zimbabwe, in Africa, and India, are they in a position to go out and buy Bitcoins? And the answer to that is extremely no. Moving on to next news, and this is the news from UAE. The first news is Trust Smart Solutions and PayScripts join hands to enable crypto payment acceptance on point of sale in the Middle East. So I'm going to explore what Trust Smart Solution is and PayScript is. Trust Smart Solutions was established in 2014 and they are from Jordan. So the website is trustsl.com, and the objective of Trust Smart Solution is providing innovative and secure digital payment solutions. It is a fintech company aiming to provide innovative and secure digital payment solutions. Trust's mission is to build centralized ecosystem. Trust's mission is to build centralized ecosystem that support omni-channel payments, merchant services, process automation, and streamline operations to optimize business performance and recreate the payment journey. So they have 4 principles, that is security, innovation, seamlessness, and inclusions. And I'm just reading this directly from the website. PayScript, on the other hand, they were formed in 2020 and they are from Melbourne, Australia. But the team members, all of them are from India, or most of them are from India. The whole idea about PayScript is to transform online crypto payment process. And PayScript's platform aims at bridging the gap between the merchants accepting cryptocurrencies and the owners of cryptocurrencies. PayScript offers thoughtful benefits and perks to both merchants and owners. Merchants using PayScript can even look out for vendors who are ready to accept cryptocurrency payments and get them to integrate PayScript in their payment reception interface or point of sale. All this is absolutely great, but I don't understand why they are using it as a point of sale in the Middle East. So Trust Payment Solutions and PayScript join hands to enable crypto payment acceptance on point of sale in Middle East. When you talk about Bitcoin, why was Bitcoin created? And the answer is pretty simple. Bitcoin is created so that transactions take place peer-to-peer, which means if Alice wants to send something to Bob, there should not be any middle person. Now, if you want to buy anything at the point of sale, there are 3 parties involved. One is the merchant, then there is Trust Smart Solutions, and then there is PayScript as well. Trust Smart Solutions is a leading provider of payment technology and services in the Middle East and North Africa, and they have joined hands with PayScript, an innovative global company with focus on digital assets, to enable crypto payment acceptance on point of sales terminal. What merchants needs to do is they need to do it very simple. They need to have their own API so that the funds are directly sent from the buyer directly to the merchants, no middle person involved. They may have to use a cryptocurrency exchange just to give them the right price, but if you were to use stablecoins, you don't even need a cryptocurrency exchange. One thing again which I forgot to mention, when there is Trust Smart Solution and PayScript, I'm pretty sure that there will also be another cryptocurrency exchange that would be involved between them. So PayScript platform allows users to do crypto payment by different channels, including sending and receiving payments, accepting payments on e-commerce stores and online website, as well as physical point of sale transactions in retail stores and cafes. This might sound like a good idea, but once again guys, Bitcoin is peer-to-peer electronic cash system. There is no middle person involved. So the platform between Trust Smart Solution and PayScript will be delivered as a platform as a service model in Trust Smart Services operating markets, which brings an element of efficiency and scalability to bank that participates in the platform's ecosystem. The platform comes with a core focus to accelerate the adoption of crypto payments, providing the platform to bank, financial institutions, and merchants as an alternative payment channel and additional revenue streams. Based on the article via Zavia, it says that this tie-up would not only quicken the intersectional user adoption between those seeking crypto payment solutions, but it will also open opportunities for a host of new offerings. I totally do not agree to it. Again, this goes back to the basics. If you look at the founding members of Trust Smart Solutions and PayScript, they do not have any cryptocurrency background. They have been involved in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for less than 2 years. That's one of the reasons why they tend to make these mistakes. Again, going back to the basics, why was Bitcoin created? Bitcoin was created so that the transactions happen between peer to peer. So Bitcoin is essentially a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Bitcoin was created so there is no middle person, no central entity. In an idealistic world, if I am a buyer, I will go to the merchant shop. The merchant will show me the QR code. I will scan the QR code and the funds gets transferred. The merchant gets the money then and there itself, the end. But in case of Trust Smart Solution and PayScript, there is Trust Smart Solution which is involved. There's PayScript. There will also be a cryptocurrency exchange which will be involved. While this partnership seems great, it defeats the whole purpose of using cryptocurrency. The next news is about Dubai Blockchain Center. The news is that the Dubai Blockchain Center is planning to support metaverse and Web3 initiatives in the UAE. And the website for Dubai Blockchain Center is dubaiblckchaincenter.ae. Dubai Blockchain Center was inaugurated by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, on the 15th of May 2018. The center aims to bring together blockchain thought leaders, developers, investors, and educators. They're located in Emirates Tower, Area 2071. And trust me, guys, it is the most beautiful, high-tech, advanced building. And Area 2071 is one of the websites that I manage. It is no way affiliated with Area 2071. Area 2071 is a government organization which is located in Emirates Tower. The word Area 2071 is given because Dubai has a 50-year plan and they had this plan in 2021. So it is called as Area 2071. Unfortunately, I have been trying to contact Blockchain Center since the past 3 years. I tried to give them a call. I visited the office on 4 occasions. I could not get absolutely any response. I've sent them information via Instagram. I've sent them information via Facebook. They haven't even read it. So no response to emails, no messages via social media platform as well. I've even tagged them via LinkedIn. Absolutely no response. The key person is the CEO, Marwal Al-Zaruni, and he's a very active member in the cryptocurrency space. And so far as NFTs are concerned, DeFi is concerned, and blockchain is concerned, he's extremely active. The Dubai Blockchain Center plans to support metaverse. So the big news is that Dubai Blockchain Center plans to support metaverse and Web3 initiatives in the UAE. And all this information is via a website called arabnews.com. So Dubai Blockchain Center will provide support to metaverse initiative launched by Dubai Government's Task Force for Digital Economy Development and Policies. They plan to partner with upcoming events and support them to achieve their goals and position Dubai as a global hub for blockchain and digital economy. Dubai Blockchain Center has also set off an educational drive to inform and acquaint potential investors about the opportunities around metaverse, NFT, and blockchain ecosystem in the region. Dr. Marwan Al-Zaruni, he's very active in pretty much every blockchain event or NFTs. He's definitely there. And he has signed up as an advisor with Rare Antiques Project, a platform that aims to bring cryptocurrency into the museum, galleries, and heritage sector. If you go to the website arabnews.com, there's a long interview where he talks about what the future of Dubai Blockchain Center is and the involvement so far as metaverse, Web3, and NFT is concerned. So that's all for today, guys, on the Crypto and Coffee Update from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my other website, that is area2071.com. It talks everything about metaverse. If you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next 30 minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. This is followed by 2 news and information related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of cryptocurrencies. What you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Wayne who asks, what would happen if Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin? But to be honest, Wayne, if Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin, absolutely nothing would happen. Absolutely nothing. Ethereum would just be the number one coin that shows in the coin market cap. And what would happen is that when you listen to, let's say, news channels, and when you listen to influencers on YouTube, on Twitter, they would just compare it with Ethereum. Other than that, absolutely nothing at all. So essentially, when people would measure things with Ethereum, and most likely that would happen. I still think probably 18 months or less is when Ethereum flips Bitcoin, only in terms of market cap, not in terms of price. In terms of price, I don't think Ethereum will ever overtake Bitcoin, but in terms of market cap is when Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin. So what will happen? Absolutely nothing. People are just going to compare it when they talk, let's say, and if you listen to news channels, if you listen to a lot of the financial experts in Guru, that's when they're going to be comparing it to Ethereum. That's about all. Why this has happened is because Ethereum had a London hard fork. What happened is, because of the London hard fork, it reduced the supply, and it reduced the supply in a very smart way. And that's one of the reasons why the market cap of Ethereum has been increasing, and it's only going to be increasing in the near future as well. Does this make Ethereum ultrasound money? I really am not sure. So this notion about Ethereum being called as ultrasound money even started off as a joke. I was listening to this podcast. I'm not sure the name of the lead developer. So what he did was he actually wore the t-shirt of a bat, and it also had an image of a sound. So essentially bats, they have ultrasonic capabilities, and it's linked to sound. So they said, hey, you're wearing an Ethereum t-shirt. Does this mean that people are saying that Bitcoin is sound money? Does this make Ethereum being called as ultrasound money? So that literally started off as a joke, but it is gaining a lot of momentum. So the notion in the cryptocurrency space is, if Bitcoin is sound money, Ethereum may be ultrasound money. I have another question by Rakesh who asks, why do you say that NFT could be a store of value? Now that is also a brilliant question, Rakesh. One of the reasons why I think NFT could be a store of value is, let's say if you bought NFTs, and NFTs are usually bought for artworks or digital art, and you just keep it. So let's say if a billionaire like Bill Gates buys a digital image and he just keeps it, let's say for $3 billion, for instance, in US dollar terms, that will be a store of value. So after 10 or 20 years, another billionaire may want to buy it because Bill Gates has it. And that could be the reason why it is a store of value. My perception towards NFT changed when Kevin O'Leary, who's one of the hosts from Shark Tank, he had a podcast. I'm not sure if it was with Anthony Pompliano or it was with Peter McCormack. In that interview, he said that he has a lot of high net worthy individuals who are into buying expensive watches, and I'm talking about $1 million watches. These high net worthy individuals are convinced of switching from buying expensive watches to NFTs, and then it is a store of value. And if you look at NFTs, they are essentially art. They are ridiculously expensive. And one thing which I personally think, and I really am not sure, I probably need to do more research on this, Rakesh, is when you have these really expensive things, let's say like digital art or physical art, do you get any tax benefits? Again, I'm not sure. I definitely need to do more research on this. If there are any tax benefits, so let's say, just a hypothetical situation, if Kevin O'Leary buys a digital artwork for, let's say, $2 billion, Does he get some tax benefits, reduction in tax? If that is the case, a lot of the high net worthy individuals and multi-billionaires will be switching to buy more NFTs, and that becomes a store of value. And over time, they can just keep it, maybe hand it over to the next generation, so on and so forth. So NFTs are a whole matter of prestige and class, and it's the same thing with art as well. So that's all for today, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series from Blockchain DXB. If you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. Please check out my other website, that is area2071.com, that talks everything about metaverse. If you like listening to this, please follow this podcast, please give it a 5-star rating, and please share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how the series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the crypto world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. What you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions from the cryptocurrency world. That is Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.